In the grand theater of global politics, where alliances are forged and destinies are shaped, the spotlight is shifting, casting new shadows and illuminating previously unseen players. The world stage is dynamic, ever-evolving, and ripe with opportunity for those who dare to seize it. For decades, the West, with its established institutions and economic might, dominated international trade, setting the rules of engagement and dictating the flow of capital and resources across the globe. They were the primary drivers of the conversation, shaping narratives and influencing policy on a global scale. But today, June 7, 2025, marks a pivotal moment, marks the rise of a new axis, a powerful coalition that promises to reshape the economic landscape. ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, the Gulf Cooperation Council, a powerhouse of energy and finance, and China, the world's manufacturing hub and a burgeoning economic superpower. This isn't a military alliance forged in the fires of conflict, but an economic partnership, a strategic alignment of interests designed to foster growth and prosperity for all involved. It's a partnership forged from mutual interest, a recognition that collaboration can unlock unprecedented opportunities. Their recent summit, a gathering of leaders and policymakers, is a declaration of intent, a bold statement of their collective ambition. It signifies a realignment of economic gravity, a shift in power that will have profound implications for the future of global trade. Together they connect, creating a seamless web of commerce and innovation. China's manufacturing prowess, the engine of global production, the Middle East's abundant energy resources, both traditional and renewable, and Southeast Asia's dynamic markets teeming with consumers and entrepreneurs. This partnership is a direct response, a strategic countermove to rising protectionism in the West, where trade barriers are going up and global cooperation is waning. It's also driven by a desire for a more multipolar world, where power is distributed more evenly and no single nation dominates. It challenges the old assumption, the long-held belief, that all trade roads lead through, that all economic activity must be filtered through Washington, the heart of American power, or Brussels, the center of the European Union. Instead, new corridors stretch, forging direct connections between these dynamic regions. From Riyadh, the financial hub of Saudi Arabia, to Jakarta, the bustling capital of Indonesia, from Dubai, a global crossroads, to Beijing, the political and economic center of China. Their agenda, a blueprint for the future, digital infrastructure, the backbone of the modern economy, green energy, a commitment to sustainability and a cleaner future, food security, ensuring access to essential resources for their growing populations, and financial systems less dependent on the US dollar, seeking greater autonomy and stability. This is a comprehensive vision, a holistic approach for a new economic ecosystem, a self-sustaining network of trade, investment, and innovation. The leaders see themselves not just as individual nations, as representing the global South, the developing world, seeking a greater voice and a fairer share of global prosperity. They are seeking to chart their own course, to define their own destiny, free from the constraints of the past. Their cooperation could lift millions out of poverty, creating new opportunities and improving living standards across the region. But it also presents new challenges for the West, forcing them to adapt to a changing world order and compete in a more level playing field. To truly grasp the significance and the potential weight of this burgeoning partnership, we need to understand the individual strengths each member brings to the table. This isn't just about geography, it's about the convergence of resources, innovation, and strategic vision. So, let's break it down and look at its key parts. First, ASEAN. ASEAN is a dynamic bloc, a collective of 10 diverse countries. Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, collectively home to over 670 million people, forming a substantial consumer base and workforce. They boast a combined $3.6 trillion economy, showcasing their growing economic power on the world stage. It's a region brimming with youthful energy, driving innovation and progress across various sectors. From Singapore's cutting-edge tech hubs, a global leader in innovation, to Indonesia's vast wealth of natural resources, ASEAN presents a diverse and dynamic economic landscape. Next, the GCC unites 6 strategically located Middle Eastern nations: Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Oman. While relatively smaller in population compared to ASEAN and China, they are immensely rich in oil wealth, a critical global resource. This translates into substantial investment capital, fueling projects worldwide. Recognizing the need for long-term sustainability, these countries are actively diversifying their economies, with ambitious plans to become global centers for not only finance, but also cutting-edge technology and innovation. Finally, China, with its massive 1.4 billion people, stands as the world's second-largest economy, a powerhouse of global trade and investment. It is also a manufacturing giant, producing a significant portion of the world's goods. Furthermore, its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative is actively reshaping infrastructure and trade routes, connecting countries and continents across the globe. China is at the forefront, leading the way in 5G technology, artificial intelligence, and the development and implementation of green technologies, paving the way for a sustainable future. All of this is driven by a clear vision for expanding its global influence and shaping the future world order. When combined, these three entities represent a massive population base of nearly 2 billion people, and an astounding combined GDP that is rapidly nearing the $30 trillion mark. And unlike many aging Western economies that are facing stagnation, this emerging axis is characterized by a young and dynamic population, ambitious development goals, and a trajectory of rapid economic growth. Therefore, this is much more than simply a collection of individual countries. It represents a powerful convergence of capital resources, a vast and skilled labor force, and a shared ambition to shape the future. Consequently, their collective decision to unite and cooperate is a global event with far-reaching implications, a historic moment of first-order importance that demands our attention. What binds these regions? Economic complementarity and shared strategic goals. China needs energy and raw materials the GCC supplies them and seeks reliable customers. ASEAN offers growing markets and manufacturing fitting perfectly into this equation. All three prioritize economic development, infrastructure, and job creation. China's Belt and Road provides the blueprint GCC funds the project's ASEAN is the fertile ground. They share frustration with Western-dominated institutions and rising protectionism. By working together, they aim to build a resilient alternative economic architecture. Their partnership is based on non-interference and respect for sovereignty attractive to all parties. This allows them to focus on business and development, not political ideology. It's a pragmatic, efficient path to collaboration. The summit was about action, not just symbolism. Top priority: seamless trade, harmonizing customs, reducing tariffs, and simplifying regulations. The goal: a vast free trade area, the world's largest by population. The digital economy is central. Joint investment in 5G, AI, and e-commerce. China exports tech, the GCC invests, ASEAN connects its fragmented markets. Green energy is key. The GCC invests in renewables, China leads in solar, ASEAN seeks cleaner energy. They plan to collaborate on renewables and green tech supply chains. Financial integration is crucial, using local currencies, reducing dependence on the US dollar. GCC wealth funds will drive investment in infrastructure and technology. This financial architecture cements their economic destinies together. Energy serves as the unbreakable link, the lifeblood that fuels economies and connects nations. It's the invisible force driving industries, powering homes, and enabling global trade. This vital resource is binding together ASEAN, the GCC, and China, forging a powerful alliance built on mutual needs and shared prosperity. These intricate connections are reshaping the geopolitical landscape. China's demand for oil is massive, a seemingly insatiable hunger that drives global energy markets and influences international relations. For China, energy security is not just an economic imperative, but a strategic priority of the highest order, essential for maintaining its growth and stability. The GCC, led by Saudi Arabia, stands as a cornerstone of the global energy architecture. It is the world's most reliable energy supplier, a steady hand in a volatile market, ensuring the lights stay on and the wheels keep turning. The center of energy demand, once firmly rooted in the West, has definitively shifted east, towards the rapidly growing economies of Asia. This geographic shift is making Asia the GCC's natural partner, a symbiotic relationship built on energy supply and demand. The relationship is evolving beyond simple transactions. The GCC is strategically using its energy wealth to diversify its economies, and in this pursuit, it needs tech and investment partners to realize its ambitious visions. China and ASEAN, with their technological prowess, offer expertise in renewables, paving the way for a cleaner energy future. They also bring advanced digital infrastructure, essential for managing modern energy systems. The GCC is actively investing in solar energy, recognizing its potential in the vast desert landscapes. Furthermore, they are exploring the possibilities of hydrogen, a clean-burning fuel of the future. These ambitious projects are often undertaken with Chinese partners, fostering collaboration and knowledge sharing. This mutual dependence between the regions creates powerful incentives for cooperation and stability, benefiting all parties involved. Ultimately, this interconnectedness fosters stability and cooperation, promoting a more peaceful and prosperous world. ASEAN directly benefits from stable prices in the energy market and a reliable supply of energy resources, fueling their economic growth and development. Meanwhile, China and the GCC, both major players in the global energy landscape, need secure shipping lanes to ensure the smooth flow of energy resources across the globe. They also require political stability in the region to safeguard their investments and ensure long-term energy security. Energy is the strategic bedrock upon which this powerful partnership is built, shaping the future of their economies and solidifying their strategic alliance in an ever-changing world. The vision is bold, but the road is tough. Political systems and economic development levels differ widely. Monarchies, one-party states, democracies. Harmonizing rules across 17 countries is a monumental task. Bureaucratic hurdles and regulatory patchworks could slow progress. Geopolitical tensions, like South China Sea disputes or GCC rifts, could disrupt cooperation. China's dominance raises concerns about balance. Smaller partners fear dependence. ASEAN and the GCC must manage engagement to ensure mutual benefit. Strategic autonomy will be a constant balancing act. This axis signals a profound geopolitical shift. The West is no longer the only center of power. Nations have more options for trade and alliances. The bloc could challenge Western dominance by promoting their own currencies and supply chains. This may erode the US dollar's dominance and reduce the impact of Western sanctions. The partnership is pragmatic, focused on development and sovereignty, not ideology. Many in the global South find this model attractive. The West must adapt, engaging as equals rather than leaders. Complete decoupling is unlikely, but the old order is fading. The US and Europe must offer competitive, respectful partnerships. The rise of this new power center is a wake-up call for the West. The ASEAN-GCC-China partnership raises questions about the future of global cooperation. The old model, universal rules for all, has weakened. Now flexible, region-focused blocs are rising. This new multilateralism is pragmatic, allowing smaller groups to move faster on shared interests. It's efficient, bypassing gridlock in global institutions, but it risks fragmenting the global order into competing blocs. The challenge making regional initiatives complement, not replace, global institutions. The world must find balance between regionalism and universal rules. June 7, 2025, marks a pivotal moment, the rise of the ASEAN-GCC-China axis. This is more than a trade deal, it's the crystallization of deep global shifts. By combining China's industry, the GCC's capital, and ASEAN's markets, this bloc could drive global growth. Their collaboration could accelerate development and offer new solutions to global challenges. But internal contradictions and geopolitical risks remain. The world faces a choice fragmentation or a new balanced globalization. The story of the 21st century will be written by many voices, not just the West.